Far left-wing activists in Hollywood are turning on her, and Disney has canceled all of Rachel Zegler's appearances on their media platforms. Kind of tough.
And there is no resolution in sight for the Walt Disney Company when it comes to Snow White 2025 at the box office. This is exactly why Bob Iger, the Disney CEO, is in pure panic mode over not just the Rachel Zegler backlash, but the entire backlash surrounding this movie in general. Just how once trusted critics that shilled for the Disney Company all the time, even they are beginning to turn their back against them. That's how bad this movie truly is. Even if you look at the IMDb rating score, that's when you really know how terrible this movie is and how it really hit rock bottom.
What if Disney's most beloved fairy tale became a symbol of its biggest missteps? After months of relentless fan backlash and industry fallout, the entertainment giant has officially confirmed a second reboot of Snow White.
Will be lucky if she makes it on a direct-to-DVD Steven Seagal movie at this point.
The controversies surrounding Disney's Snow White remake show that we are still in the thick of the culture wars. Oh, have we been following the Snow White?
Actually, the first time hearing of this.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you.
Well,
A move that speaks volumes about the turbulent journey of their recent adaptation. The previous attempt, spearheaded by Rachel Zegler, is now widely considered one of the studio's most significant failures in years, prompting a dramatic course correction. The initial announcement of the Zegler-led Snow White was met with intrigue, promising a modern, feminist twist on the classic 1937 film. Disney envisioned a progressive reimagining, but the reality that unfolded sparked a firestorm of criticism. Early on, Zegler's comments regarding the original film, particularly her description of the prince character as irrelevant and the romance as awkward, ignited a passionate debate among fans. These statements quickly went viral, fueling widespread resentment and casting a shadow over the project even before its release. Internally, Disney executives were reportedly stunned by the overwhelmingly negative reaction. While early test screenings showed some lukewarm responses, the true extent of the backlash became apparent after the trailer's debut.
This is what theaters look like across the world.
Nostalgic viewers, dedicated fan communities, and even film analysts united in their frustration over the drastic changes to the beloved story. The outcry was persistent, with hashtags condemning the creative direction trending for weeks, forcing Disney's PR teams into damage control. Now, in a clear effort to distance itself from this fallout, Disney has announced a brand new Snow White project, slated to begin production in late 2025. This decision underscores the urgency and high stakes the company is facing.
I mean, they're projected to lose between $200 and $400 million on this.
It's over. It's a wrap. Because her entire career rested on this Snow White movie being a success. It ain't looking good.
With their track record of live-action remakes facing increasing scrutiny and declining success, the Snow White brand was in danger of being permanently tarnished. Executives are banking on this new reboot to redeem the title and reconnect with the audiences who once held it in such high regard. Interestingly, insiders reveal that this upcoming version will embrace a more traditional narrative arc, closely mirroring the plot of the 1937 animated classic. While subtle updates are expected, the focus will be on respecting the original story rather than attempting a radical revision. This shift in tone represents a significant departure from the previous approach, which was perceived by many as too eager to dismantle the core elements of the original fairy tale. Casting rumors are already circulating, although Disney remains tight-lipped about specifics. Unnamed sources suggest the studio is seeking a lead actress who embodies classic Hollywood elegance, emphasizing charm, relatability, and vocal talent. A stark contrast to the previous film's casting and subsequent off-screen controversies. Reportedly, tighter media training protocols will be implemented to ensure all messaging aligns with the film's themes, learning from the challenges faced during the previous adaptation's promotional campaign. This renewed focus on cohesive storytelling comes after internal documents revealed disagreements between Disney's marketing, creative, and public relations departments during the rollout of the Zegler film. These misalignments led to inconsistent messaging and a promotional campaign that often felt contradictory. The new Snow White reboot is being developed under much stricter oversight to prevent a repeat of these issues as the stakes extend beyond the film's reputation. Merchandise tied to the previous Snow White release significantly underperformed, with major retailers slashing prices on toys and apparel just weeks after their debut. Reports from within Disney's consumer products division indicate millions in unsold inventory, representing a substantial financial blow. Analysts believe the company cannot afford another commercial disappointment tied to one of its foundational properties, prompting the appointment of a new creative team to spearhead this reboot. Early reports suggest the new screenwriter is known for balancing sentimentality with strong character development, and the director, whose name is expected soon, has experience in both animated and live-action films with global appeal. Disney hopes this combination will bring depth, heart, and universal resonance to the new version. While the plot will largely mirror the original, some updates are inevitable. The beloved forest animals will return with enhanced animation, blending practical effects and CGI. The dwarfs will also be reimagined with care, learning from the controversy surrounding their exclusion or redesign in the last film. Music will once again play a central role, with new compositions interwoven with restored classics. Hey, 99% of you just watch my videos, but don't miss the next one. Subscribe now. Perhaps the most notable shift is Disney's decision to involve legacy animators and consultants who worked on previous princess projects. These individuals, many of whom helped shape the visual and narrative identity of the Renaissance-era films, are being brought in to offer guidance on tone, pacing, and emotional consistency. Disney's leadership reportedly believes that reconnecting with the company's artistic roots is essential for rebuilding goodwill with its audience. The project's early press release adopted a notably humble tone, acknowledging past missteps without explicitly naming them. The sentiment was clear. Disney understands it must tread carefully. Rachel Zegler, for her part, has remained largely silent since the reboot announcement. Her previous media appearances, intended to promote empowerment, were widely interpreted as tone-deaf or dismissive, leading to a significant backlash. Her absence from the new film is expected, signaling Disney's desire to start fresh both on and off screen. Meanwhile, fans are expressing cautious optimism across online forums. The announcement has sparked conversations about redemption, legacy, and what it means to return to a story as sacred as Snow White. While some skepticism remains, others are excited by the prospect of a reset, yearning for the magic, the songs, the romance, and the classic animation style. Disney hopes this sentiment will translate into renewed trust and ultimately ticket sales. The film is expected to enter pre-production by late 2025, with a theatrical release projected for spring 2027. Marketing plans include a long lead-up with teaser art, soundtrack previews, and behind-the-scenes documentaries to build anticipation. Disney is also reportedly in talks with its parks division to reintroduce Snow White theming across select attractions in advance of the film's debut. Whether this strategy will succeed where the last one failed remains uncertain. However, one thing is clear. Disney is determined not to let Snow White fade under the shadow of a single misstep. This is more than just another remake. It's a reputational restoration effort for a studio that once defined the fairy tale genre. If the new version strikes the right balance, it could remind the world why Snow White was the film that started it all. As work begins behind the scenes, executives are reportedly hyper-focused on consistency, cohesion, and emotional resonance, ensuring every aspect aligns with the studio's long-standing values and modern artistic goals. Disney appears acutely aware that no amount of corporate polish can replace genuine storytelling magic, and for Snow White to succeed this time, it must feel like a true return home. Even Disney's biggest critics agree that if any film can revive the studio's battered image, it's this one. The stakes are monumental, not just financially, but symbolically. Reimagining Snow White again isn't just a creative decision, it's a referendum on the company's ability to adapt, reflect, and listen. The question now isn't whether Disney can make another version, but whether the studio can earn back the trust of an audience still waiting for the fairest one of all.